Hello everybody, welcome back to the shop. Yeah, you guessed it, for some debagging action. That's what me and Wes did today. Gotta get Wes on Mondays, that's his day off. That poor man works every Saturday, but he gets Sunday, Monday off. So look what we did today. I tell you, we were going to try and get both halves done. And I was up till 1:30 last night, waxing and getting my part all sprayed on. I was going to try and get my primer on, but man, 1:30 I was beat. So I got up early this morning, got the primer sprayed, then had all that glass stuff to cut, you know, and carbon. And then Wes got here about 12, and I think we got started. Took me a little while to cut everything. He got here pretty much right after I got done priming. This filter comes off nice. Dude, this will probably be reused. I could reuse this plastic again. This tacky tape here. I've got my hole in it. Yeah, baby. You know we're on a budget in the shop. Y'all know we're on a budget. Doesn't seem like it. I know I spend money like I got a ton of it. Man, this stuff was easy to go on once we figured it out. I'll make y'all a few videos tomorrow on this stuff. I'm going to use the same bag tomorrow. It came off that good. But you got to use your pleats to kind of make turns in there with your plastic, and that's the catch right there. And it sealed right up. Didn't have to chase any leaks. Then got $5 worth of tacky tape. Just $5 a roll. Got me a brand new Balcon blade. I just take my part off and my breather cloth off all at the same time. Got to pull back on top of itself. You don't want to lift up. We don't want to separate none of this. And all that waxing and that part all, you got to be careful. We can separate that edge. And then if you do, resin will seep in there when we glue them together. So that's one thing you got to be careful of. So you just pull it on back on top of itself, and you keep it from doing it. So it's going to come over after work tomorrow, and we're going to lay up the other half. Alright. Now we just got to trim the inch. I'll take my old Balcom blade. Love these things. Hobby King, buy them by the dozen, cheap. The blade's flexible, but man, are these things sharp. You have to be careful with the old Balcom blade. Everything's pretty much pre-trimmed, so ain't a whole lot of trimming. In here, this will all trim real nice. Another thunderstorm rolling in. No tornadoes tonight, though. You guys realize how close that tornado was last week? That thing came into town kind of southwest from here in the usual tornado path. They come in from the southwest and just go straight south northeast across Hayesville. A tornado came from a usually old spot, but about a half a mile south of us. It turned and went straight east for about a half a mile, and then went up, and it just hit a half a mile east of us. So if it would not have taken that little jog, it would have went straight through the shop. And it's real uncommon for them to do that. They always head at an angle, you know, and for it to take a jog like that, it's kind of strange. You know what I mean? But that tornado was close. I mean, it was a half mile away. That's close in tornadoes. But it kind of went through town, did a lot of damage to Boeing, damaged every one of them Boeing buildings, and got Plainview, the older part of town. It's an old base housing is what it is, from back in the war. And of course it took out a trailer court, but it almost took out the shop. That was close. That was a close one. Now we're either going to get bombed by a bunch of them, or we won't see another one that close for 5 or 6 years. They tend to run in patterns. We'll probably get a few more close calls this season.